Dear sisters and brothers in Christ, when we think about our spiritual life, what is the immediate thought that is coming to our mind? Are we considering our spiritual life just as a self-improvement or self-help program? No, it's not just self-improvement or self-help program. It's for something else, or it is for someone else too. Yes, just think about why we are going for the Mass. Are we just trying to find mental peace by attending daily Mass? Or just think about your own personal Bible study. Are we doing that personal Bible study just for self-improvement or your own satisfaction? No, it's for something else too. Jesus uses these three majors in order to explain this spiritual reality. First of all, Jesus says, "You are the salt of the earth." When we think about the salt, the sodium chloride, the immediate thought that is coming to our mind is nothing but the Dead Sea, because it has a massive amount of salt. But along with that salt, we can see the presence of gypsum and other minerals too. That is why we cannot directly use that water or salt, because it has the presence of a high amount of gypsum and other minerals too. That may be dangerous to the health, so it cannot be directly used. And that means that salt is not pure. The very purpose of the salt is to preserve something from decay and to add flavor or taste to some food. Yes, the salt has its own purpose, and salt has its existence for something else. That means the very existence of the salt is for something. Yes, it's not existing for itself, but that may be secondary, but basically it exists for something else. Salt is used to preserve for the preservation, for seasoning, or in order to add flavor to the food for different purpose. So salt is used for something else. So likewise, a Christian when Jesus says, "You are the salt of the earth," his very existence is for someone else. It may be for your spouse, it may be for your children, and it may be for your friends or neighbors. Yes, try to find out the very purpose of your existence. And secondly, Jesus says, "You are the light of the world." Just think about the light. No, we actually don't directly look at the light, but we use the light in order to see the places in a better way, and in order to see the beauty of certain things, of certain persons or things or places. We use the light in order to see the beauty. And light has another usage also, that is to see the dust or the insects in the room, in the dark corners of the room. We have also certain dark corners of our heart. Like if we have jealousy, that we can compare that jealousy to an insect. Yes, if you want to see that we have that jealousy or pride in us, we should allow the light of Christ to enter into our heart. We may be hearing the gospel light, we may be hearing consistently, but we may not allow that light to enter into the corners of our heart. If we don't allow that light to enter into our heart, we won't be able to see that insect that is existing in the corners, the dark corners of our heart. In that way, we may not be able to acknowledge that I am having that jealousy, I'm having that pride in me. We may not be able to acknowledge or admit. Yes, first of all, we have to allow the light of Christ to enter into our heart. Then we can see, when we start to allow that light to enter into our heart, then we become the light of the world. That we will start to see the beauty in others, because we are having the light in our eyes. When we have that light in our eyes, we will start to see the goodness in others, the virtues in others, the goodness and virtues and the beauty in others, because all of them are created after the image and likeness of God. Like me, they are also sons and daughters of God. So, first of all, we have to allow the light to enter into our hearts to see the dust and insects in the form of jealousy, pride, or infidelity, whatever it may be. And then we become the light of the world to see the beauty around. And through us, others also may be able to see the beauty of the world. And thirdly, Jesus says, a city built on a mountaintop cannot be hidden. Yes, what is that mountain? Mountain is Christ Himself. If the city, the very purpose of the city, in the olden days, the navigators found it very difficult to navigate. They sometimes felt lost when they travel, because they seldom had some sorts of landmarks. So during that time, when they found a city built on mountaintop, it was easy for them to navigate. It was very visible. It was easy for them to choose their directions. So the very purpose of that city is the city also exists for someone else. So very purpose of these three objects, salt, light, and the city, is for someone else. So likewise, as Christians, our own existence is for someone else. Yes, the Vatican II clearly teaches us that by very nature we have the call to be an apostle. Yes, apostolate is, we are having that apostolate. That means we have to be a light to this world. That means we have to be an active member in the church. And we know the church is the mystical body of Jesus Christ. And if it is a body, it has organs. We are the organs of that mystical body. And any organ which is inactive is useless for that person, for that body, and for others. So we know, just consider any living body, all the organs are active. If an organ is, or if we are having a limb or some passive organs, that means it is useless, totally useless. Likewise, if we are not a light to the world or salt of the earth, then we become useless, or we become the passive members of that mystical body. We are not making that real contribution to the church. If we are not giving that contribution to the church, we become passive members. We must consistently ask ourselves, are we the passive or active members of this church? When we choose to be an active member of the church, we become the salt of the earth, we become the light of the world, and we become the city built on a mountaintop. That means we are rooted in Christ. Christ is the mountain, and we are always rooted in Christ. If we are rooted in Christ, we are visible for the world, and we would be able to give the direction for certain lost people. Dear sisters and brothers, so let us consider, are we considering our own spirituality just for our own benefits or for someone else's benefits? It should be for our own benefit, and it should be also for the benefit of others, our own spirituality. Then we become the active members of the church, and we become the salt of the earth, and we become the light of the world, and a city built on a mountain top. May God bless each and every one of us.